Butte County is now one step closer to having its very own utility like REU for Reading. It's known as Community Choice Aggregation. It lets local governments possibly move away from PG&E and instead buy its own electricity and set its own rates. Action News Now reporter Jafet Serrato is live at the PG&E Center in South Chico this morning. Jafet, when could we see this change come online?
The answer is 2 years, Kelly, if everything runs smoothly. This idea was first brought up by several Butte County businesses who were worried about paying too much for PG&E every month. There's a lot of manufacturing that goes on here in Northern California, which means companies have to use a lot of electricity.
As residents, we're all being tasked with being mindful of the time of use. We're even being charged on a time of use basis. But manufacturing often has shift work, multiple shifts.
When John Dahlgren is not teaching at Butte College, he's the director of Grow Manufacturing Initiative, an organization advocating for manufacturing companies
that really don't have the luxury of being able to limit the amount of power that they consume at high peak times,
which can lead to high energy bills.
Often we see manufacturers with a PG&E bill that could be $3,000 to $5,000 a month, $20,000 to $30,000 a month.
In hopes of cooling that down, Butte County is actively trying to get a CCA online by 2024. Once this CCA is online, power would still be distributed by PG&E, since Butte County does not own poles or wires.
We were anticipating at the very beginning 1% to 2% cost savings.
But that might not happen right away because Chico, Oroville, and the county would have to cough up millions of dollars at the beginning of the CCA.
Typically, it takes a couple of years for a CCA to get off the ground, pay off some of that startup debt.
But the county says the benefits are endless.
Any margins that can be made and recouped now will build up in this fund and then can be reinvested in the community. And whether that is cost breaks for businesses, energy programs, microgrids, a lot of chatter about biomass facilities.
Investments to help local companies.
Choice is best. There's no doubt about it. I think that it is great that this entire movement is continuing to happen.
As far as the next step into launching this CCA, there's going to be an engineer that will look into how much energy Butte County uses. They'll then send that data to the Butte Choice Authority Board. It's a board that's made up of council members from Chico, Oroville, and Butte County. They will then decide if the CCA will launch in 2024. Live in Butte County, Jafet Serrato, Action News Now, coverage you can count on.
Much to consider. Thanks, Jafet. If the board approves the CCA, it then will submit a plan to the California Public Utilities Commission for review. That could take a year. As far as PG&E, Ring says they would not make money off of this CCA. If or when this CCA is online, people living in Chico, Oroville, and the unincorporated parts of Butte County will be moved to the CCA. You will have the option to go back to PG&E if you choose.